Hello everyone and welcome to Khan's Tech Lab. As you already know, we are working on Docker series and here we have already covered three sessions. First one, how to install the Docker, and second one, how to run a few basic commands such as version and login and logout and network. Also, we discussed what's the need to log in and log out. And in the third session, we have learned a few important components of Docker such as images and containers, and their usages and how to run them. And we had covered mostly the image commands. So in this video, we will focus on the container and its commands. So these are the image commands which we ran. In this video, we will run about the container commands. So basically, a container is nothing but a running image or living image. So the first command to run the container is docker run. Before that, we need to have the image in our machine, in our Docker, so that we can run it. Let us see if we have Docker images in our machine or not with this Docker images command. So here is my command prompt. I will open it and I will run Docker images command. As you can see, there is no image in my local machine. So now, suppose I want to install doc MySQL database in Docker. So I will just go to Docker Hub and here is the search bar. I will search for MySQL and the first image, which is the widely used open source image of MySQL, we will try to pull. So let me go inside it. You can notice a few things. First is they have given a brief introduction of MySQL and they have given the command to run to pull it, and also they have given a few quick references and also a few tags and respective links they have given. And also there is a documentation here. You can go through it. And also a few more commands like how to run and how to connect, etc. they have given. Now, as a first step, as we learned earlier, I will copy the pull command and I will pull the MySQL image. Now the Docker image got pulled. The pull is completed. Let me verify with the listing command, which is Docker images. As you can see the difference here, when we ran the Docker images, there was no image. But now when we ran, we have got one image, which is MySQL. And now I will try to run this one. Let me clean the screen. Let me run it with the Docker run command. Docker run MySQL. We need some more options, or you can call parameters. But before that, I will just, for demonstration purpose, I will show you without any parameter. As you can observe, because MySQL is a database, It requires a few configurations before it gets installed. So one of them is root user configuration, which is root user's password it is basically asking. Now, if you can go to the official document, you can see here they have given a document on how to use this image. Then the first one is start a MySQL server instance. So here is the command for that. Let me copy this first and paste here. Now this dollar is not required. We need to remove that. Now we will go one by one key of this command. Docker run is the command to run. Then hyphen hyphen name is any name we can give to this container. I will give MySQL 1. Then with hyphen e, we can give the parameters. The important parameter which is required is password. I will give as root. Now we have to give what is the repository and what is the tag. If you can see in my previous command, from my previous command, the repository and the image. Let me first try to copy this command before we lose it. Let me copy. Now let me show you the images. You can see the repository is MySQL and the tag is latest. So if I just, I think I lost that. Let me copy again. So I will use the name again as MySQL 1, then password as root, and then as you can see the repository MySQL, and then the tag is latest. So I will give here instead of tag I will give latest and I will run it. Okay, I think I have missed to remove this dollar, which I will remove now. Run again. As you can see, it got succeeded. Now to know whether it got installed properly and it is being listed or not, we can use this command docker ps. You can see now a, a container ID has been created for this image MySQL latest and whatever command we have entered, and also it got created 15 seconds ago, and the status is it is up from last 14 seconds, and then it is running on ports 3306 and 33060, and its name is MySQL. Now the question arises is, can we create more than one container from an image? And the answer is, of course, we can create. In this command, all we need to do is change the name of the container. And let me clean the screen and do docker ps to get all the commands, containers listed. As you can see, MySQL 1 and MySQL 2 with their statuses is are available. Now, suppose if I want to stop any one of these container, I have to give docker stop and container ID, whichever I want. I can, let me remove that second one and stop. Now, if I can do docker ps, you can see only one command running, one container running. Now, if I want to start that container again back, I need to know where it is, if it is there or not. For that, I have to give the command docker ps -a, which will give us all the containers, whether it is in running mode or exited. So these are a few containers which I already had in my machine. So the latest one which I have stopped is this one. So I can start this again by docker start and this. Now if you can see using Docker PS again two containers are running. Let me clean the screen. Now I have two running command containers. I will stop one again, and if I don't want it to be available in the machine, I can just remove it by giving docker rm command with the ID. So now if I do ps-a again, you cannot see that MySQL 2 container. So it is now gone. So neither of its living or dead container is available in the machine. So let us go to our command list. We have covered Docker run, and then we have covered Docker start, and we have covered Docker PS, and also we have covered Docker stop. There is one difference between Docker run and Docker start. So why we need Docker run and why we need Docker start if we are both using for starting the container? So the answer is Docker run will be used when we are starting a container as a new container. It was never there and we have just started it. And Docker start is used to start a container which was already ran earlier, but we had stopped it and we want to start it again. In that case, we need Docker start. There is one more command, Docker restart, which is also similar to Docker start, but we have to use it when we have rebooted the machine. So we will not cover this now. We will show it sometime later. So now we have covered majorly the important Docker container commands in this session. In the upcoming sessions, we will handle much more about Docker containers, especially how to execute commands inside the container and also how to kill it, how to execute it. And also we have covered these two RM and PS and -a and also Docker copy, Docker logs, and so many other commands we will discuss in the upcoming videos. Hope you like the video. If you like, please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you.